There are more than 7 updates that we got on the Galaxy S26 Ultra compared to the S24 Ultra, but there are 2 things that you guys really wanted on S26 Ultra but not here. But right now, if you wanted to update to the Galaxy S26 Ultra, it's the best time because Samsung is giving us best pre-order deals and trade-in values for the Galaxy S24 Ultra, $800 if you want to buy the S26 Ultra, and if you don't trade in, you still get $150 Samsung credit. You can avail the deals from prior listed in this video. Now, before talking about the actual 7 updates, there are 2 things that you really guys wanted but not here. First one is the titanium frame on the Galaxy S24 Ultra, which was first introduced on S24 Ultra but not here on S26 Ultra. Yes, Samsung bring back the armor aluminum on the Galaxy S26 Ultra. That is the one thing that people really wanted on S26 Ultra but not here on S26 Ultra, which is a plus for the S24 Ultra. Second one is the design of the phone, which is kind of a mixed bag opinion for both people. Couple of people like the rounded design and couple of people like the sharp corners. S24 Ultra was the last flagship which got the really boxer design like the Note series. It really got sharp corners but it was difficult to hold in the hand, but S26 Ultra got really rounded design but it is easy to hold in a single hand. Now there's one thing which people really wanted and thought of coming back on the S26 Ultra was a Bluetooth S Pen. S24 Ultra was the last phone which came with a Bluetooth S Pen, but this time it's not available on S26 Ultra, neither on the S25 Ultra. So these are the things which we really wanted on S26 Ultra but available on S24 Ultra. Although if you want to buy the S26 Ultra, product links are in the description. Now there are a few updates that I want to talk about. The display has actually got an update, 6.9 inches compared to 6.8 inches on S24 Ultra. Some people say, and even in some documentation, there is a 10-bit color option on the S26 Ultra compared to the S24 Ultra, but that was wrong because recently the source said this is a 8-bit display, not the 10-bit, which is a big blow for us. Now another thing, the privacy display. This is one of the most important update on the Galaxy S26 Ultra compared to the S24 Ultra, but if you even turn it off, the viewing angles are affected. So these are pros and cons of the privacy display, but the privacy display is actually really effective in the public. You can select it for certain apps and it works absolutely nuts. By the way, the anti-reflective coating is actually affected when they implemented the privacy display. So these are some ups and downs for the privacy display on S26 Ultra. The performance is the day and night difference between the S26 Ultra and S24 Ultra because there's a 2-generation difference. S26 Ultra got one of the most powerful processors right now, Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, but it is overclocked at 4.74 GHz. So there is no match in performance. So if you want performance gains, S26 Ultra is the way to go. Now cameras are where things got changed. You got the same 200 megapixel sensor but lower aperture, which got you the better low light shots. The second one is the 50 megapixel ultra wide sensor, which is the actual update over S24 Ultra because on S24 Ultra we got 12 megapixel sensor, we got 50 megapixel 5x and a 10 megapixel 3x sensor, which are actually the same. Some got aperture update but the sensor is actually the same. So these are the camera updates, and actually Samsung improved the camera quality and we got 2 new features on the cameras of Galaxy S26 Ultra. One is the horizon lock, which is really effective on S26 Ultra, and second one is the APV mode, which is more or less a raw footage which you can edit multiple times but still can have the actual quality. Now the battery is actually the same, 5000 mAh battery on S26 Ultra and S24 Ultra, but the optimization is better, which is why S26 Ultra lasted longer compared to the S24 Ultra. But the charging speed is actually got an update, 60 watt over 45, so you can charge your phone from 0 to 80% in just 37 minutes and you can go for about 91% in just 37 minutes, which is a big blow compared to the 45 watt on the S24 Ultra. Now another thing, the price of the phone. S24 Ultra right now is quite cheap compared to the S26 Ultra, but trade-in deals for the S26 Ultra are quite impressive because you are getting $800 for the S24 Ultra, which means if you have a couple of bucks over it, you can get the Galaxy S26 Ultra and trade in your Galaxy S24 Ultra. So that is all, but we also compare S26 Ultra versus S25 Ultra. Now Samsung made a couple of tweaks with the Galaxy S26 Ultra compared to the S25 Ultra, and top of the list is the privacy display. Everyone is talking about it, but there's one thing no one is talking about except the Mr. Who's the Boss, who actually notices the display on the Galaxy S26 Ultra compared to the S25 Ultra. Now when you enable the privacy display, you will see the brightness drop down significantly compared to the S25 Ultra. Now there is most important thing, even when you turn off the privacy display, the viewing angles pixels on S26 Ultra is different compared to the S25 Ultra because those wide pixels are still on, but the narrow pixels are pointing straight towards the face. So if you tilt it down, you will see a slight dip in the brightness from a side angles. But when you turn it on, it is one of the best features in the display in the recent years in the smartphone industry. Everyone is talking about it, and we really need such kind of a display update in the Galaxy S26 Ultra compared to the S25 Ultra. The brightness level is same on both phones, 2600 nits, and yeah, this is one of the updated display we have on the Galaxy S26 Ultra. This is the M14 panel compared to the M13 on S25 Ultra, and this is the 10-bit display, which is a massive thing because it can show the wide range of colors and it looks good compared to the S25 Ultra. By the way, the price is same, $12.99, and you can avail from per listed in this video. The pre-order deals are still on. Now, the next thing, which is more or less people are not talking about it, is actually the heating issue. I was talking about this a lot before Samsung actually launched the phone. Samsung added the bigger vapor chamber in the S26 Ultra. There is not a single issue with the heating of the Galaxy S26 Ultra. We got the overclocked version, 4.74 GHz on S26 Ultra, Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, and there is no heating issues with the Galaxy S26 Ultra. And one thing I confirmed like months ago, then Samsung is not bringing back the Bluetooth S Pen on S26 Ultra. No one was talking about it. Yes, I talked about it. Samsung didn't bring out the S Pen on the Galaxy S26 Ultra, and here we are. And now the clickable button is different on the S26 Ultra, and you can only put it from a single side. You cannot tilt it and then put it in because it will have a small bump at the edge. Now, another thing which is confirmed, and I already confirmed it a couple of videos ago, that Samsung put the aluminum compared to the titanium on the S25 Ultra. Now, there is a lot of debate going on whether aluminum is better or titanium, but this is what it is. Apple did it, then Samsung followed. The cameras is where things got interesting, and we got samples, and those samples actually shows us what is the difference between the S26 Ultra and the S25 Ultra. Now, this time Samsung go with a more natural tone with the S26 Ultra, and those exposure shots are better maintained on S26 Ultra compared to the S25 Ultra. Overall specs are almost similar to the S25 Ultra, but there is some software tweaks that Samsung have done with the Galaxy S26 Ultra, and nightography is far better on S26 Ultra compared to the S25 Ultra because Samsung did something good with the S26 Ultra, and there is one additional mode, APV mode, to record the raw footages, and you can edit it multiple times and it will not lose the actual thing. And there's one amazing feature with the Galaxy S26 Ultra, lock horizontally. So if you tilt the phone while recording, it will keep the frame still, which is another major thing with the Galaxy S26 Ultra. Now, there are a couple of AI features on the S26 Ultra, and I believe Samsung will give us these features with the Galaxy S25 Ultra. The display is not getting that type of feature because it is built into the display because these are new pixels into the display, so we are not getting that type of a thing, but the other software things are actually coming on the S26 Ultra. On this note, if you're still here, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time. Till then, peace out.